Hey guys, let's do a quick overview of the home page. So we'll head on over to the pages area, click on add new, add in our page title, go over to the template section and select home page as our page template. Once this option is selected, we have all of these settings to work with. So first of all, we have a video tutorial at the top. Next, we have our page overview. So here we have our slideshow, then we have info blocks, block with links. This could be either galleries or blog posts. Then we have featured items and a featured slideshow. So heading over to our first area, which will be our slideshow section. By default, you have the option to enable or disable a slideshow on your home page. So we've also done a more detailed overview of these two different slideshow types within our slideshow video. So if you haven't watched that video, please do. Scrolling further down, we have more options for us to adjust. So first of all, we've added a new feature whereby you can have a different type of menu for the slideshow area specifically. So if you do decide to have different pages within your navigation over the slideshow, enable this option and then select the menu that you want to add to that specific slideshow. Once again, in terms of creating menus, you'll need to go over to Appearance and go over to Menus to create a new menu. So next off, we'll then add a slideshow to our page. So click here and select one of the slideshows that you've created previously. Let me just disable this option here. There we go. So select one of the slideshows that you've created previously, and then as you scroll down, you can also adjust everything that is related in terms of fonts for the navigation. So you can enable or disable the navigation area within your slideshow. Scrolling further down, we can make adjustments or add a slideshow title, and then also make font adjustments to that slideshow title as well. Heading over to the information block section, this area here is pretty simple. We have some intro text, we have a cover image, and then some more text. So first of all, we can adjust our background color for this top section. We'll then add in our text area to that top section as well. So let me just make this a little bit shorter. As we scroll down, we can adjust fonts related to that. We then add in our title, which appears right over here. Scrolling further down, we can have a more detailed text overview of our homepage, adding in whatever content may be relevant for that specific section. And then we also have the option of adding in a button. It's not mandatory that you have a button, but it's always there if you want to have users be redirected from this section to, let's say, your about page or contact page, or whatever it may be. So this is the button, and you'll need to add in your button link and the button label. Next, you can also enable or disable the decorative line, which appears just right over here, separating your text and your image. And then finally, we'll need to add our image that will appear on the left hand side. So we'll use this image. Going over to the block with links area, this area is overall pretty simple. Now by default, with every single page, I probably did forget to mention this, we can enable or disable every single block that we have within our page templates. So as we scroll down, we have several options for us to adjust. First of all, we can adjust our block padding at the top and at the bottom as well. We then add in our title for this section, adjust the fonts. You then also decide whether or not you want to display the decorative line, which appears in this area. And then you add in your links. So click on add link, you'll add in your cover image. So let me select one of the images from our media library. And then you'll add in a link or URL to that section specifically. So once again, this can lead to either galleries or blog posts or even different pages, for example. Alright, and then if you need to add a background color, you can do that as well. So repeat the process for the remaining 3 sections, or the remaining 2 sections. Alright, and then at the bottom we have the option to adjust the fonts related to the sections above. Heading over to the featured items area, Within this area, this is all pretty simple. Once again, we have the option to enable or disable this section. But as we scroll down, now we have the option to adjust our background color, add in your title, adjust the font settings. You can then choose whether or not you want to show the decorative line, and then over here we have the option of selecting the type of content we want to showcase in this specific block. So it can either be blog posts, it can be galleries, or it can also be pages. So select the type of content you want to showcase within this area. Scrolling further down, we have all of the options to adjust our fonts and colors. We then have the option of displaying the featured displaying or hiding the featured image, the published dates of those galleries or blog posts, adjusting the fonts related to those sections, displaying the categories, the category labels, fonts adjustments, and so forth. So everything here is pretty simple, self-explanatory as well. So once everything has been adjusted here, we'll head on over to our final section, which is called Featured Slideshow, and we can enable or disable this block. We can change out the title here, adjust the title fonts, and then add slides. So click on Add Slide. You'll add in your slide cover image. You'll then add in your top label. You'll then add in your text. And then you add in your button label as well. So repeat the process several times, adding as much content as you require, and then make all of the adjustments in terms of fonts and the colors. So once you're ready, go ahead and publish the following page. And let's just open this up and see what we've come up with so far. Alright, so here we have our home page, the image slideshow. We have our info section. We have our latest galleries or blog posts, and then we have a featured section from our blog posts, which we've actually haven't added any blog posts here, so probably should have disabled that. But here we also have our testimonials area. Alright, so everything here is pretty simple. I'd say pretty self-explanatory as well. Once again, just refer to the screenshots for more detailed overview of the following sections and what they do. But so far this is it for the home page. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you around later in our next videos.